Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Ori and the Blind Forest. However, this is a special video. This is my speedrun video. This may be a different sort of speedrun than you're expecting. It's sort of a blind speedrun. And what I mean by that is I have not seen anyone else speedrun this game. I know none of the glitches or exploits that other people might use to go through this game. Also, if you are watching this after the fact as an archived live stream on YouTube, I may have an edited down version of this video if you'd prefer to watch that. If I do, there will be a link in the top right hand corner or in the description. So, let's get started. And I will be playing on easy, so I can go as fast as I can. I can skip the prologue. I know from my experience playing on hard mode, second playthrough, that I can't skip everything that you might think you could skip in this game. So there will be a few cutscenes that I don't think that we can skip, that we're just going to go through. I'm going to assume those count towards the time. Speaking of counting towards the time, I'm going to start my timer. And we're just going through as quickly as I can. And going through as quickly as I can in Ori and the Blind Forest, I don't know of anything major that I can really skip in this game. I know that I have to create a soul link to move forward there. I don't know of anything major that I can skip in this game. You can see the splits that I'm expecting to do in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And those splits are really the 6 major story events in Ori and the Blind Forest. I will be doing them in order. And basically a normal playthrough, just fast. Alright, we've got Sen. Next, we are heading toward the Spirit Tree, and then to the Water Vein. So mostly what I'm going to be doing here to avoid... Found a life shard. Apparently you have to defeat these first enemies, didn't realize that. But mostly what I'm going to be doing to go fast is to ignore enemies, and just go through as quickly as I can. I will try to save often. It's hard to save a lot unless you get a lot of energy cells, and I'm not really sure how many energy cells I'm going to be getting. Oh gosh, I do not have a wall jump yet. Cannot jump on walls. Go, go, go. And I will create that soul link very soon, because I really want this ability. That ability gives me... It's a spirit magnet. That means that things will float to me. That will mean that I can collect more things without bothering myself actually going over and collecting them, which I think is important for a speedrun. I need to go up there. I think it's best to go up first. Somehow I got hit by the thing. And then now we go the down path. We need another keystone. I said that I don't know the tips and tricks and exploits and glitches that other people might use, but I do know a couple of things that I have discovered myself. So early on, there's really nothing, but once we get into the Jinzo tree, there is a shortcut in the Jinzo tree that I discovered that I intend to utilize today. And by the way, this is going out of my way, so I'm going a direction that doesn't get me toward where I'm going, and that's to get this life cell. I won't be getting many life cells or energy cells. but the ones that are very close by, like that one, I will be getting. Because really those mean that I can save more and I might die less. And I consider that important. Speaking of saving more, we got an energy shard, so let's save. I cannot create a soul link near enemies. There, that's a save. Coming over here first. Let's go down. This is, if I remember correctly, where we get the wall jump skill. And the wall jump skill is rather important. One of the small ways to avoid taking too long going through a speedrun of this game is to not get 2 of the available skills in the game. 2 of the skills are optional, so I will be avoiding them. But most of the skills are required. The wall jump is a required skill. Wonderful. And if I remember correctly, there's an energy cell up here. Yes. So having 2 energy cells is very nice. That means we can save more often. I said in the Jinzo tree I know of a shortcut. So in the Jinzo tree is the first shortcut that I'm going to utilize. That is a shortcut that was built into the game, clearly intended by the developers. I know of one other shortcut that I can use that is intended by the developers. And then I know of one more thing which I do not think is intended, that I would call an exploit, that I intend to utilize, and that's going up Sorrow Pass. So we'll get to that in the future. I cannot jump over there yet. Bring it closer so we can jump up. Save, because we're about to get a blue dot. Whenever I'm about to get a blue dot, and I'm at full blue dots, that's a good time to save. Just dodge around those spiky purple things a little bit. I think they kill me in 1 hit, so that's one of those things that I should not get hit by. I won't be bothered too much avoiding damage, but there's a fair number of things in this game that kill you in 1 hit, and I will try to avoid hitting those. Alright, we've got a couple of bits. Now we can go down here. I will not get all of the map stones, but this map stone I think is worth getting. So let's get this one. And I think it's worth getting because there's a key over here anyway. So if we're going to have to go over there to get the key, might as well get the map stone. I don't know what it will be like going through the game without having all of the map stones, because I've never done it. I've always gotten all of the map stones. These doors open so slowly. Good time to save. Ouch, that hurt. There are 4 keystones in this little area. And I don't remember where all of them are. I think you basically have to go through the whole area. There's one of them. Okay, let's not die. Dying this early would be kind of sad. I haven't gotten to the part where I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone yet, but we'll probably get there. I think you were talking about the map stone fragment and the keystone, but there's surely places where I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, I think. Alright, this is a cutscene. The question is, can we skip it? No. Alright. Now we can skip it. There we go. So by the way, my aim, there's an achievement for beating the game in less than 3 hours. I think that is entirely doable. My aim is really to do 2 hours. About 2 hours is what I expect. And if I do less than 2 hours, I'll be very happy. Alright, stop showing me the map. I want to move forward. We need a stomper. Come here, little stomper. Thank you. And a second skill. By the way, I have been playing on hard with no abilities, and one of the things that's happened because of that is I've gotten used to not using ability points, which is not what I want. I actually do want to be using my ability points. Let's use one. And I think that the best ones to get early are ones that increase my attack power. So that's what I'll do first. I'll get a couple of those, and then I believe the ones that really help the run, if any of them really help the run, are the efficiency ones. So I'll be going down the efficiency tree primarily. But I do not expect to get many abilities in this run because I won't be killing many enemies and I won't be collecting ability cells. And those are kind of the 2 ways that you get abilities. Well, I got another one right there though, which is nice. This enemy we can just skip. Don't bother with that enemy, too big. If I didn't know, that little cutscene helps. But I do know. I know that you have to go up here, you have to blow up the thing. I do not have many... There we go. Let's get a blue dot. And I just realized that was kind of pointless. Unless I wanted to go over here. Because going over here gives me a life cell. And I think that might help enough that it's worth getting. The early life cells are worth a lot more than the later life cells because they're a greater percentage increase in my life total. And then go down. I think over here is just another blue dot, so we'll get that. And then we're going to stop getting many life cells or blue dots. I'll get more, of course, I just won't be getting as many, or going out of my way as much to get life cells or energy cells. He hit me. I did not like getting hit by that enemy. Ouch. He hit me too. I did not like that one either. Should be a little bit careful because I do not want to die. But one of the nice things about easy mode is that you get more life shards. So if you get hurt, you can actually heal up. Here's a good place to save, and let's unlock another ability. Those are the combat abilities that I intend to get. So next is going down the efficiency track. Alright, we have to push... Do we have to push this one, or can we just pull it? I think we can pull it. That's kind of cool. I didn't really think about pulling this one into place. Well, I don't think I can. I guess we do have to push it. I've wasted valuable seconds attempting to do something faster than I had done it before. Although I did discover... Oh, and this one might be worth getting. So we'll save here. Because we might go back to that one. Most of these, I don't think it's worth using the teleportation powers as much, because if I'm speedrunning, I'm just going to speedrun the game essentially in order. But that one, it might be worth getting. And I think I did forget to get the one at the spirit tree, which is sad. There's Gumo. We are now after the water vein, the first of the quests. It'd be kind of neat if you ran fast enough if you could catch up to Gumo. But I do not think that is a thing. Got another ability point. Getting ability points at a pretty alarming rate at the beginning. This, I have to destroy each of these in turn, I think. Don't think I can skip one. Come on. Hit right here. Great. Hit right here. Only purple barrier like that in the game, I think. Good time to save. Let's keep moving. Wait for the deadly laser. Wait for the deadly laser. Go. There is a spirit well here. So let's get that one. And then I'm basically just going down. Let's follow Gumo. Nope. I spent 2 blue dots unintentionally. I opened that door over there just because I was pressing the X button a bunch of times. Accidental door opening. Oh, alright. Couldn't go that fast. Tried to go a little bit faster than safety allowed. And the first mini-boss. So this mini-boss actually does take some time to complete, but I'm hoping that my skills that I've unlocked reduces that time some. Or when I said skills, I really meant abilities. The things that I've spent my couple of ability points on, I believe made that a little bit faster. Get a valuable keystone. And a blue dot. Blue dots are nice. And then let's save again. Always good to save. On the way back, we can avoid the crushers, but on the way there, we've got to go through the crushers. I have to remember what the safe path through the crushers is. I think that was not safe. Was that my first death? I think that was my first death. And it did set me back some. It may have been smarter to watch one go of the crushers before trying to go through to see where I was supposed to go. Oh well. We need to be over here because there's a valuable keystone. Go. While that door's opening, I'll save and get an ability point. Don't remember this part as well. I think this is where we get the next ability. Yes. This is where we get double jump. Also a very nice ability to have for the speedrun. Not only is it required to complete the game, also quite nice. Double jump. I really like how they take away the thing that you jumped on over that purple poisoned water pit, so that you have to learn to jump over the poisoned water. And well, I can't reuse that because there's an enemy there. I was going to reuse that and save at the same place, but I couldn't. This is where we were able to go back through without bothering with the crushers. And we get another energy cell. Great. I did not get the map, by the way. The map stone is still over there and it's broken, and it will remain broken. That was the first small spirit-like container that I got. That is actually surprising that I went that long without getting one. There's a blue dot to my right there, but it requires a lot to get, so we're ignoring it. But this green dot, this life cell, does not require much. So, getting another life cell. There's a little bit of latency between when I'm playing and when I see comments, so I'm not really sure what that last comment is referring to. Well, I continue to always get hurt going up this way. I don't think I've ever gone this way without getting hurt. And I think I've done it maybe 4 times. This is a good place to save. It's partially a good place to save because those things are deadly. I could easily die here just from not timing one of these jumps well. This is one of the many areas in the game where if you fall and get hit on the spikes, there's just nothing for you to do, really. Now to one of the most dangerous things in this game, rocks. very close to finishing the first story event. Oh, I got hit by 2 rocks. The rocks are so dangerous. Oh my gosh, I got hit by a rock in mid-air, and it actually made it so that I didn't make the jump. I'm telling you, these rocks are one of the most dangerous things in the game, at least for me. We have saved Gumo. And now we get the water vein. Water vein was 24.5 minutes. The water vein takes a while compared to other things, so I'm not too concerned with where we are just yet in terms of time. 30 minutes for 1 of 6. Sounds like we're not doing too well, but I actually think we're doing just fine. And let's save. And I think it's best to warp here. So let's do it. If we warp, we can warp to Thornfelt Swamp, which is closer to the Jinzo tree. Yeah, that's very close to the Jinzo tree. So getting that particular warp spot was an important one. And let's go in the Jinzo tree. I've got 6 life cells and 4 energy cells. That's not too bad. The Jinzo tree, I believe, can be a very quick dungeon if you do it well. And I hope that I do it well. Ignore the enemy. Keep going. These enemies, you have to ignore them because they're invincible. The only enemies in the game that are invincible, and this room, I believe, is the only time you ever see them. Kind of interesting. Alright, so here is the only, or one of the few shortcuts that I know. That little log right there is a fake log, and you can go past it. Then you can jump over here and go up. So that is one of the only shortcuts that I do know that I've discovered myself in this game. And we just experienced it. It saves a little bit of time. It honestly doesn't save as much time as you might think, though. I need to go through this. Now he shoots there. And I guess I can go get the next one while he's shooting that one. Come on. Go down. There we go. Let's put it into position. And run right after it. This, I believe, is one of the more annoying mini-bosses in the game. Especially for speedruns, because I don't feel like you can do a whole lot to beat it faster. Although I did beat it pretty fast there, so I guess I did a lot better than I did my first time through. Get these keystones. Oh, I went through the wrong portal. This one. And then this room. It's interesting how I don't remember some of these rooms. This room I don't remember at all. Didn't really harm me at all not knowing it, but I did not remember it. Great. Reem, my favorite of the spirit ancestors. Reem gives us Bash. Bash will be extremely important for speeding through things. It makes it a lot easier to skip enemies. Great. And I'm trying to think of the quick way to do these. So the quick way to do that is this, and then this. If I can get through... Yes, I was able to get through fast enough to redirect it. Hurrah. Certainly that was a rather fast way through that room. I am going to get that energy cell there. It takes a little bit of time to get that one, but not a lot of time. And I think it's worth it. I'm not sure how many energy cells are worth getting, but in the future, I will definitely want a few of them. This room. This room was an annoyance for me. Oh, did not die. Come on, let's get through. I feel like there was a faster way to do that, but it went okay. Bash is indeed a game changer. In fact, I think of it as the thing that really defines this game. This mini-boss, I feel like, is one of the easiest mini-bosses. It looks like it's hard because there's those things at the bottom that are going back and forth, but you don't actually need to use them. You can just use this wall over here and not even bother with the spikes. Let's save. This is an important time to save. I've made plenty of progress that I'd like to keep. Oh gosh. Let's not die also. I did get through that room pretty quickly, but I did not do it well. When we get to the bottom, I'm going to save again before I go through the right room. The right room, I just don't know if there's a fast way to do it without defeating the enemies first. I'm going to defeat the enemies first, because I think defeating the enemies first will allow me to do the puzzle part of this room in one go. Whereas if I didn't, I would probably not. And I do need to beat the thing over here. I need to remember that a little bit. And that's the most important jump to make. I made the most important jump, that's good. And almost through. Let's restore the element of waters. I'm going to refrain from putting on my going to the next split until I get through the dungeon proper, not just when I get the actual element itself. That was probably not clear by my splits, but that is the way I intend to do it, is get to the end of the dungeon before I go to the next split. Go! No, no, hit the thing. I died. Well, that is the second death. Come on, little dude. Shoot at me. Thank you. Shoot at me. I appreciate the shot. Okay, need to bounce on this. Bounce on this and move. This part, we just need to bounce back and forth. That's actually rather easy. And then go up. I think we're near the top. There we go. And call that time. So 35 minutes for the Element of Waters. We're now through essentially a third of the game. And this is another cutscene that we cannot skip. Still can't skip it. Wait a minute. Now we can skip it. Let's go. Next is the Gumon Seal. The Gumon Seal is another place where I do actually know of a shortcut. So when we're in the Misty Woods, there's a shortcut that I discovered in my first playthrough that I will be using to get through the Misty Woods a little bit faster. So I'm going over here, and I'm going over here because I think that you need to go over here in order to get through this later with Stomp. I actually don't know if that's true, but I would much rather be able to get through that room with Stomp than not. I would much rather have gone in this room and done that than not and have to go back through it a second time. Let's get a little bit of air. Getting a little bit of air is nice. I think there's a keystone. There we go. There's one of the keystones. I think we need two. And I think I would die if I had gone through first time. Let's go through now. Yeah, totally would have died if I tried to speed that too much. This is another area where I will not be collecting the map. The mapstone fragment, I believe, is to the left down there, and I won't be getting it. I'll be going through this way. Ignore the mapstone fragment, which means even though we'll be passing right past the map later, I won't be able to unlock it. Great, and that is the most water that we'll have to deal with in the game. I find that kind of interesting because there's the water breathing ability that you can unlock, and considering that that is the most water that you have to interact with in the game, and it's relatively early on in the game, there's almost no reason to have a water breathing ability. The place where you need it the most happens before you would possibly get it. Here we go, getting another skill. This is Stomp. Stomp is a nice skill. I might use it to defeat some enemies, but mostly we need this just because you need it to get past barriers in the game. This is a skill that does not necessarily have alternative uses in the speedrun. Well, it has one, but I'll refrain from talking about that until later. That was a forced learning how to defeat those enemies moment. I like how they do that. This game has a nice set of times where they force you to learn something that will be useful for you in the future. Anyway, now that we've gotten the stomp skill, we have no reason to be in this part of the map anymore. So we're going to leave. The only reason to be in that part of the map was to get stomp. Now we go to the Misty Woods, and the Misty Woods is pretty far from where we are. But luckily, there is a shortcut, not a shortcut, a portal right here that we can zip over to someplace closer. The Hollow Grove. Hollow Grove is pretty close. So I did remember to get that spirit well. Great. Now, right, this is the way that I need to go. Load up. Great. The Valley of the Winds, where there are birds, and I believe there are rocks here too. Don't remember if I need to stomp this. I think you do. Yeah, I guess that's another thing that makes sure that you've definitely gotten the stomp skill before you go here. I haven't saved in a little while, so I'm definitely thinking about saving. We'll save at convenient place. Next convenient place to save, which might be a little while. There we go, convenient place to save. I want to go to Sorrow Pass. Is that going... Darn. Where do you go to Sorrow Pass? I invoked this cutscene, and it's basically telling me that you need to go to Sorrow Pass first. There we go. Let's go to Sorrow Pass. Hello, bird. Hello, other bird. Very helpful birds, them. Now, if I recall, hitting the spikes over here hurts a lot, so you should avoid hitting the spikes too much. Ho-ho! I hit the spikes, but then I immediately got something that gave me full life. That's nice. Get out of the way, Kuru. I have important business in the Misty Woods. Oh, I saw it this time. During that little cutscene, you can see Ori falling. The first time I wondered why Ori had teleported down to the ground here. But you can actually see where Ori falls. Oh, we have to get the... I was trying to jump. We can't jump yet. We have to collect Kuro's feather before we jump. I do not remember if there's a reason to get this in order to zip back here, but it can't hurt. Almost forgot to use the new ability. So there is a shortcut path in the Misty Woods that I intend to use while we're here. It is an intended shortcut path, one of the ones that the developers put in. Bird, I need to listen to Sen. There we go. And bash means Misty Woods we're just going to go past very quickly, because we're just going to bash off of everything, basically. And we'll save every once in a while. Every once in a while when it allows us to save. Oh gosh. Well, saved there. Apparently it saved right when that guy was charging at me, and before I listened to this. That is the third death. The main way that I think that I could make this speedrun faster is by not dying. I've only died 3 times, but each time has been somewhat unfortunate in how far it's put me back. So if I were to do this again and try to beat this time, I think the main thing that I could do, other than like learning what other people do to speedrun this game, the main thing I know that I could do is just die less. Come on, need to go to the left. Ouch. Seems like a good time to save. And we get a keystone. I think that's one of 4 keystones. The Misty Woods actually aren't so bad to do quickly, because even though they're confusing, there's usually only one path to go. So the Misty Woods, there's just a straightforward way that you have to go through them. And since there's no choices, it is actually pretty easy to go through it quickly. More than you'd expect. Let's save again before we go back. I'm sure one of the things that I could get better at is learning how far you have to go one direction in the Misty Woods before things change. I don't know that though, so I'm just going all the way over in one direction. That section was pretty quick. I like that. Jump off of him. I would like to not die, and not dying means not getting hit by these enemies as much as I seem to be getting hit by them. Alright, another skill. This one's only necessary because the game says it is. I've already got the wall jump, why do I need this skill? I also have to remember to use it. I was pretty poor in my first playthrough of this game, actually using climb, even when it was beneficial to use it. So we're gonna try to be better this time. Use climb more. Uh-oh, that could have killed me, I think. In that spirit, I will save. And I know we have to go over here, but I don't remember why. So we'll go over here. Because the game requires me to do so for something. A keystone. Aha. That's a good reason to come over here. A keystone. Great. And let's save. I need one more keystone, and I just need to make it through the rest of the Misty Woods. Right, this part, it's important to know when to jump and when not to jump. See, that's a bad time. I need to jump over that one, go to this one. These are the mushrooms that I dislike the most, especially in a speedrun, because you have to go at the speed of the mushrooms, and you want to go faster. Go down, Misty Woods. I just skipped one of the things that you could bounce off of completely. Let's save again. I feel like I could not do that section faster a second time. Oops. Am I going a required way? Yes, I am. Need to go up here to get a keystone. Save again. I like how often I'm saving. I'll try to keep that up. Oh ho! Somehow I did not get hit by that. I think that I'm almost through the Misty Woods. This is a good time to remember to use climb. I'm so bad at using climb. That's an important time. Not create a soul link near enemies. Okay. This is where the shortcut is in the Misty Woods. Right there. So we've just skipped a fair amount of the Misty Woods. Something that would have taken me, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 seconds to go through. That's a nice shortcut. And these enemies. So these enemies, I learned in my hard speed run, well, it wasn't a speed run, my hard run, that shooting their shots back at them is by far the fastest and most efficient way to kill them. Apparently that was an unsafe zone. Let's make it on this side of the door. And we've got the lantern. The lantern is the key to opening the Guman seal, which is the key to open the Forlorn Ruins. There's a lot of keys. I wasn't sure if I could just bowl my way through that like that, but apparently it worked out. So far, may not work out the entire time. I made it with 1 health. Let's go. This is getting us the Guman seal. Eventually. The cutscenes in this game are very nice, so I think just playing the game you wouldn't notice how long they take. And the Guman seal, 53 minutes. So that's, you know, ostensibly that's half the game, because I've gone through 3 of the 6 major story events. And if I've gone through 3 of 6 in 53 minutes, then hopefully I can complete the rest in less than an hour. That's the hope. That is a shortcut back, I think. Don't remember if we ever have a need for that. Probably not. But now we're heading to the Forlorn Ruins. I do actually... Whoa. What I did with that enemy there was not intended, but it worked, actually. So I guess we're good. I have not gotten a single ability cell. I knew that I wouldn't be getting much, but I'm a little surprised that I haven't gotten any. Because you'd think they would just be sitting around and I would just get them by happenstance, right? So that enemy I don't really care about. What we need is the hopper. Come over here, hopper. No! Okay, luckily I did not accidentally kill the hopper with my blast radius. Good time to save, and let's unlock a couple of things. Alright, that requires 2, so we'll stop there. The Forlorn Ruins is... I think it's the dungeon that I died the most in my first time through. Maybe even more than the last dungeon, Mount Horu, which clearly is the place that you're supposed to die a lot. But the Forlorn Ruins I did not do very well the first time. Hopefully I can do it a lot better this time. Cutscene, followed by a cutscene. You really notice more how many cutscenes there are in this game when you're trying to go fast. Run, 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 jump, jump. And let's drop the thing, go, pick it back up. Wait. Don't like the waiting part. Waiting part is not my intention. It would really behoove me to kill these enemies, but we won't. We'll just run. I wonder if I can get through. Yes. I got through that without picking up the ball, which is nice. It saved a little bit of time, because picking up the ball and walking around with it is slow. I do not know a way to get that keystone over there quickly. I feel like there might be, but I don't know it, so we're going the long way. And the long way is going around like this. This dungeon reminds me a whole lot of Super Mario Galaxy because of the playing with the gravity. Now there's another rather slow to get keystone that we have to get. Oh gosh. I'm glad I saved right here. So that was death number 4, I think. That one didn't cost as much time as the other ones, but still. Death number 4. Oh, I should not have tried that again. Death number 5. Alright, I need a little bit of patience in my speedrun. Patience. You cannot run fast enough to jump on that necessarily. Wait for it to come back. There we go. There we go. Much better. Oh, I was thinking something that was not something I could do. Death number 6. I thought, hey, I can just jump to the keystone. No, you cannot just jump to the keystone. Oh, I did it. I did it anyway. I jumped to the keystone. That actually may have saved time even with the death. This dungeon is another place that I think, if I practiced, I think that I could get the speed of this dungeon much, much faster. For example, this part right here, I could probably make it so that I jump across the whole time. But it would be dangerous to try, so I'm not going to right now. Don't fall on the spikes. Don't fall on the spikes. Great. We need to go over this way, by the way, because there are keystones up here. This is also a good place to save. Debbie reminds me that I need to save. I do need to save. Saving as much as we can. Alright. I need to pick up the ball again. If you could just bash off the enemies in this dungeon more, it'd be a lot easier. Alright, this one, you need to time it. That's important. Time it. Great. Just walk past that guy, or fall past him, I guess. Then I would love to save here, but you can't. I've tried to save here on a couple occasions. If I can not die at this part, it will be a huge difference to my speedrun. There we go. Haven't died yet. Go, go, go. Get the keystone. Kill the enemy. Save. That is another one of the map stones that I did not open. We're just ignoring the map. And then can't skip this cutscene, I guess. Need to pick it up. Pick it up so we can put it in. Alright, the element of winds is not too far away. There is the last part of this dungeon to contend with. And I've died 6 times, right? Another cutscene I can't skip. We're sorry, Gumo. The door opens, and the element of winds is within our grasp. Gumo surely does not blame us for the death of his people. We trust Gumo not to be that silly. Now, Kuro can blame us for the death of her people. That makes more sense. That's rational. So, big question. Will I go through this without dying? go. Ori, start moving. Still can't skip the cutscenes. Go. Alright, important part here is to be safe, not fast. Safe, not fast. Because we'll be faster if we survive than if we try to go fast. Oh my gosh. You're missing! Hit the wall! This enemy doesn't hit the wall. Oh my gosh. I died. Oh, I did not die. I thought I had died. Alright. This place, there are shots that get fired, but I can't really tell where they're coming from. This one, I think we have to go to the left. Okay. And then I think we go up. Oh, darn. Alright, so I did not make it in one go. That was the 7th death. It started me halfway through. I don't recall dying in this one, and it starting me halfway through before. Oh, I was basically at the end. Darn. And now for the part of the plot that I get most upset at Ori. Because she touches Kuro's egg? You fool. And I'm going to call that time for the element of winds. 1 hour and 6 minutes. I know there's a chase scene too, but I think that we've essentially completed the element of the winds there. So next is the Sunstone. To get to the Sunstone, we have to first escape Kuro, then we have to go up Sorrow Pass. In Sorrow Pass, there is something that I think of as an exploit that I know about because I did actually discover it myself. I discovered it accidentally in my first playthrough, and I intend to use it in this speedrun if I can. So I'll talk more about it when we get closer. But it's the only exploit that I know to make this game go a little bit faster. Great. Good time to save. I would like to save. There. Save. And we're just going straight up to get to Sorrow Pass and the Sunstone. There's the map, by the way, behind that green barrier that I never broke. There's the mapstone fragment. Sometimes the map and the mapstone fragment are not very far away. I did not see those brambles. That's sad. Death number 8 due to the inability to see brambles. Right there. So The mapstone fragment is positioned directly above the mapstone. It's kind of funny how the mapstone and the mapstone fragments don't always go very far apart from each other. I think of that as interesting, at least. Oh man. Wrong way. Go this way. Now go up. Go up a lot. And we're heading to Sorrow Pass. Sorrow Pass is definitely a more difficult part of this game than most. And that's because of tons and tons of spikes where you need to get keystones. I'm hoping to make that easier on myself with the exploit that I believe I have discovered. So, number 1, let's destroy an enemy and save. Saving is important. Okay, let's get this keystone because we're near it. Then let's not get hit by these lasers. Important part, don't get hit by the lasers. And here we are. So this, I would like to defeat this enemy. Oh darn, I did not accomplish it that time. So I was able to defeat that enemy in my first playthrough and cause him to break through the barrier. And breaking through that barrier means that you can skip a section of the game, and I was really hoping to do that, but I was not able to this time. The main benefit of skipping that is you don't have to use 4 of the keystones, so you can skip some of the harder to get keystones. And I'm a little sad that I was not able to do it in the speedrun when I did it accidentally in my first playthrough. But oh well. I'm amazed it allowed me to save there, because there were 2 different enemies nearby. The next section of this is the wicker ball section. I like the wicker balls, they're fun. Careful not to get hit by the lasers on the way up. There's the wicker ball, we need that. Now let's open another door. Gosh, I'm trying to hit the wicker ball through the door, but the door's not open. Hit the ground. There we go. Now, one of the times that I went through this, in my hard playthrough, one of the times I did this section wrong, I did it out of order, and doing this section out of order makes it take longer. So I'm being very careful to use the wicker balls in the right order. Oh gosh. What am I doing to myself? Wicker ball, get up there. There you go. That's exactly where I want you. Stay right there. Don't need to hit that again. You can hit it 3 times, but there's no reason to. Just to be sure, I guess. Let's save. We cannot save. Let's save here. This is a very important time to save the game, because right up here, I'm actually going to save again, even though that's my last blue dot. And it's because I could totally die here, getting these keystones. These are the keystones that I was essentially intending to avoid getting by using that exploit that I was unable to pull off. Got my 3 keystones, now I just have to get to the door safely. Get to the door safely. There we go. I cannot save. Love to save my progress, but I cannot do it. Ho-ho! That gave me full green and blue dots, which allowed me to save, and it healed me. Alright, last skill. And by last skill, I mean the last skill that we're going to get. There are 2 more skills, Dash and Light Burst, that I completely ignored. It's the only thing that I know of that you can just completely ignore in this game. And let me do this section well, please. I do not want to die, and I could definitely die. Ouch, hit me. I'm learning to do these jumps better. I really am. Here's a good time to save. And for that matter, unlock another ability, the air dash. I can't do that because I never got dash. I don't know if we'll ever use this, but let's save here. I think that I'm saving at too many of the spirit wells. As in, I'm saving at them and I don't need to. I'm never going to go back to those spirit wells. Well, never mind. I am very happy that I'm saving at all these spirit wells. It's one of the better decisions that I've made. Right, so here we need to angle, but not climb. Angle, but not climb. Alright, now careful, and unleash the wind. Now I need to be careful again, because those lasers still exist. And I think we're at the top. Wonderful. Here is the sunstone. Get the light, Ori. Go into the light. Got the sunstone. Sunstone at 118. So my goal of defeating the game... Oh man, this is another cutscene we can't skip. Sad. My goal of defeating the game in less than 2 hours seems like it might happen. I only have 1 dungeon to go through. The last dungeon is a longer dungeon, but I've got 40 minutes to get there and go through it, so I believe in myself. You really can't skip this cutscene? Come on, game. I don't understand why there are cutscenes you can't skip like this. There is no time to lose. You are correct. And now we go down, but we have to be a little bit careful because there are still lasers that would kill us. Those lasers right there. Most other things I think we can just drop down through, but those lasers you can't. Oh, he hit me. Oh my gosh, don't die. I'm now killing this enemy so that I can save. There we go. Just in case I get one more hit, I didn't want to die and have to start at the very top. Like that. Death number 9 or something? I don't know. It's very easy to die in this game. Well, if my number is correct, that was number 10. 11. Drop down, but avoid the spikes and the birds. So there are birds to avoid. Well, this is a part I could definitely do better if I were to try this again. There we go. Bashing off the birds is a good way to do that. They are angry birds. So, I think... where's the best place to go? I think it might actually be Thornfelt Swamp, surprisingly. Even though Hollow Grove appears to be closer, I think the map makes it so that Thornfelt Swamp is actually closer. Yeah, I think I'm right. I need to go to the left, and then eventually I need to go up. Yes. Oh, there's Kuro. Oh, so I understand that cutscene so much more now. In my first playthrough, I encountered that, but I was going the opposite direction. Because I did not go the fastest path to Mount Horu. So it seemed really random when Kuro was all of a sudden around me. But now I understand, if you go the faster path to the Horu Fields, then it makes sense for Kuro to appear there. And let's save. I apparently destroyed that enemy, did not intend to. Well, gotten 3, or I was about to get 3 bounces off that enemy. Never mind. Alright, we're heading in. I've got 37 minutes. I do wish to save my progress immediately. Save. Right, I need to use charge jump to go through many of the things in this dungeon. My My computer just threw up a different screen. I thought the game had died. I was very worried. Very worried for a second there, but we're still going. It did put me a little bit out of sorts there, though. Oh gosh, don't die. Let's save again. I don't know the best way up, but I do know that the way you want to go is up. Darn. Save again. Trying to save at more spots. Running out of my ability to save, it's true, but I'm trying to save more often. Because it's so easy to die in this dungeon. Like there. I definitely just died there, having no idea that I was going to die. Come on. Let's go through this part successfully. Which really requires me to just constantly hold the bash button. Oh man. I feel like I'm psyching myself out. Oh gosh. Run, run, run. Alright. Time to save. Go in. Another cutscene that I apparently cannot skip. I just realized that I should have saved inside, just off of the idea that I might have that cutscene have to play again. Don't know if the game plays the cutscene twice. Oh well, it'll save right here after I unlock this. For Mount Horu / Mount Doom, I don't know of any way to really go through it quickly. You just have to do all of the rooms, basically, one after the other, top to bottom. Getting to the top was apparently more difficult than I remembered it being, but now that we got to the top, all we have to do is work our way down. So we've completed one room, almost. Once we get to the top, I will call it complete. One room complete. Next, there's a room on the left. And I will save at every room. Once per room at least. Now this puzzle is actually very easy, but I was a little confused the first couple times that I did it. There it is. And essentially another room done. I would like more blue dots, because I would like to save more. Without blue dots, I cannot save as often as I would like. Oh gosh, I got hit immediately coming out. That's mean. Oh gosh. This is not a great place to not have blue dots. I made it past. Save here. Use my last blue dot. This one, I know how I'm supposed to do it. Let's see how well I'm able to pull it off. But basically, you want to kill the top ones as soon as you can, so that you can bounce up with the bottom ones. Oh, I think I hit the spikes. I did not entirely see my character when that happened, but I think I hit the spikes. Okay. Got the first couple. Gotta go up, and then over, up, and then over. And this gives me blue dots. I will gladly take those blue dots. Gosh, I still haven't hit that guy. Still haven't hit that guy. There we go. Now we can go back through. That'll be the third room done. Fourth room is to the left. Let's jump up to get across. Let's do that again. Jump up to get across. I remember this room. It's kind of a fun room. I bounced off of the enemy to get around that laser. I liked that way of doing it more than the way that I did it the first time. Come on, Ori, push. Push faster. I don't think I'm going to be fast enough. Oh gosh, I just survived. Oh my gosh. Now push. Good job. Now we gotta go up. So that was essentially the fourth room done. So now I want to drop down, probably go to the left. That's right here. This room, all of the floor breaks out from under you. So you have to be prepared for that to happen. Gosh. Shoot at me. There we go. Barely made it up here. I defeated an enemy I did not intend to defeat, so I had to use a different enemy. Oh gosh, I did not save for that room. Let's save on right outside that room this time. I did not get the blue dot. I tried to get the blue dot, but I didn't get it. That enemy died again. Alright, I need a different way through this room, I think. So, bounce from everything if you can. This enemy down here that's the only way I have up almost died. Great. Now, I need this enemy to shoot at me. And again. And again. Oh my gosh, why is it not shooting at me? Ha ha ha. Well, let's get past this room. There is this one life difficulty where you have to do this the first time perfectly. I don't even know. Like, there's got to be a pattern that I'm not doing that I could be doing that would more reliably get through this room, but I do not know it. I have an idea of things that I want to hit me and shoot at me and bounce off of, but sometimes those things die. It makes it hard to bounce off of them. But there's the room. I am going to save again before I go back through. Save again. Go back through. I think the way back through this room is a lot easier than the way through, but still, this room is an evil room. Let's get this blue dot again, because saving is really nice. I need to go to the right. I've never been in this room. Save. I'm surprised it allowed me to save based on how many enemies are right next to me. But it did, so I did. This is a room with another puzzle. I like the puzzles. Even though, you know, when you're doing a speedrun, the puzzles are often things that take a little bit longer. They're also not as dangerous, as long as you know the solution to the puzzle. Oh, I died at the lever. Jump. I'm going to save, and I'm mainly saving just to get some green dots so that I don't die from one enemy hit like I did last time. Hit the lever. And I like this section, the hovering log section. It is a hovering log through lasers. So all of this room is hot, which means I have to keep jumping constantly. It really feels like I could have done that faster, but I had to keep jumping the whole time. The hovering log does not burn up because the hovering log is a magic hovering log. It is the best of the hovering logs. Alright, leave this room. Leave this room as fast as you can. Save again. Next, I think we need to go down a layer. Ooh. Blue dots. Blue dots are extremely helpful. Save in here. I learned how to do this in my hard run, which hasn't come out on YouTube yet, but I have gone through it, so I know how to get through this room without using skills I don't have. You do it like that. There we go. It's not how I did it the first time. I don't remember what I used the first time, but it was probably Bash and Spirit Burst. So, puzzle me this. I want the ball to be up there. There we go. Now that it is up here, we can turn this crank. And there we go. Great. Bash through that guy. I really like that you can just bash through those enemies. I have been dying a lot in this dungeon, but I'm still doing very well on time. Leave. Great. Save. One more to the left, I think. I think this is the last room. Oh, this room. This room we're gonna save right here, and we're going to be scared. This is the room that I've probably played the most of in this dungeon, because I've died so many times in this room. There's another one, another death. But since I've died so many times in this room, I'm actually a lot more practiced at this room than a lot of the other rooms in this dungeon. So I might actually do well. We'll see. Alright, the trick is jump to this and then charge jump. That gets you over here relatively quickly. And then it's just a whole bunch of bashing off of these as quickly as you can, and trying to stay generally up. Uh-oh. Got it. Save again. Oop, don't die. Almost died from that laser. So as I'm leaving this room, I would like you to observe the natural laser windmill. One of the nice things about the Forest of Nibble is it has some of the natural wonders of the world, like the laser fire windmill. Save again, and go down. Fight another mini-boss. This mini-boss, not too bad at all. In fact, I've already defeated him. Go. And we are at the end. All I have to do is escape Kuro one more time. Go. So, I don't remember this extremely well, but I do remember it. So we're past one part. This part is easy. You just have to go back and forth between these. What's the next part? The next part, I need to hang on to this wall over here. Aha. And then go up and over. Great, that was perfect. This part, I think I need to go down into the water. Wonderful. This part we bash off of fishes. And then I need to go over here. You know, oh, I think I died from fire. And luckily I got to start relatively close. And up. Go. And with that, I will call time. So 1 hour and 45 minutes. I feel very good about that time. I don't know when, like, for the actual speedrunning community of this game, which I do not feel like I'm part of, even though I have done a speedrun of this game now. I don't know when officially you would call time. There is at least one more time in this game where I have to give user input, and that's when I take control of Nehru at the very end. Oh, supersonic. So I just got the achievement for beating the game in less than 3 hours. Go, Nehru. Get to Ori. This is the last... So I'm controlling Nehru right here. And normally in speedruns, to my plebeian understanding, normally a speedrun usually ends with the last user input of the game. So maybe I should have stopped the timer there instead of where I did stop it. But 1 hour 45 minutes is what I'm seeing, and we'll see what the game officially says at the very end of this. Oh, we can skip this cutscene. Great. So the game says 1 hour 45 minutes and 45 seconds, and I died 26 times. Great. Well, just to let you know, what you will see next on my channel, I will be producing an edited down version of this speedrun, and I'll post that as a video, and I'll put it as part of my Ori and the Blind Forest playlist. Coming out this coming Saturday, so it's Tuesday when I'm recording this, and coming out this coming Saturday will be videos starting my Hard with No Abilities playthrough. I'm producing 3 videos of that. The first, which does the water vein and the element of wind, the element of water. The second, which goes through the element of winds, and the third, which does the element of warmth. Already recorded those. And then after that, I will be trying through a no-death run of Ori and the Blind Forest. And that's basically the last thing that I intend to do in Ori and the Blind Forest. is a no-death run. I originally said that I was going to live stream that. I might live stream my first attempt, but this game is not very conducive to no-death runs, so I don't know that I'm going to live stream all of it. And then after that, I will start with Ori and the Will of the Wisps, the sequel to this game, which I have never played, I've never seen any game footage of, so it will be a pure blind playthrough from the beginning. A 48-hour continuous attempts live stream sounds absolutely awful. I will not be doing that. I honestly do not understand how people live stream for as many consecutive hours as they do. Especially some speedrunners. Like, speedrunners will play through a game that takes them 5 hours to complete, and they have to do that all in one sitting. I do not understand how people do that. I have to get up and move around every couple hours, no matter what I'm doing. Moon Studios would like to thank all the fans of Ori and the Blind Forest for their continued and heartfelt support. I'm a fan. I feel thanked. I'm curious to see what it puts for the timer on the card. Here it is. It says 1 hour and 44 minutes. That's what it says on the save file, 1 hour and 44, even though it said 1 hour 45 on the pause menu. Great, so that's the official time. 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 54 seconds. I'm very happy with that. Alright, I am going to end the stream here. This has been great. And check out my Ori and the Blind Forest playlist for more videos coming every Saturday.